You've tried something before, maybe it didn't work, and you are still sitting with that. But if you're out here hyping a new AI tool every day, I'm not talking to you. You've already made up your mind. And if you think Skynet is coming and we are all doomed, I'm not talking to you either. I'm talking to the person in the middle. You, the one who's tried something but still not sure if it was the tool, the timing, or you. Just because something still feels off and you're right. AI makes things easy to start. It doesn't make things easy to sustain. And the gap between those two things is where most people are failing right now. Every so often, every few days even, new tool drops and everyone rushes to it. The output looks impressive, but nothing compounds because the tool became the strategy. And underneath that is something older than AI. Dress in a different interface. Subscription stacking. And this is a psychological problem because AI didn't create it. It just made it more expensive and more comfortable to stay inside of. And then there's the side of things where people don't talk about it often or loud enough. When you vibe code an app into existence, you open ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini. It builds it, you deploy it, it goes live. And then absolutely nothing happens. The problem is you don't have somebody in your team, you don't have anyone who understands the codes, who can do security reviews before it touches users. Major software goes through security reviews before it touches real users. Yours didn't. And when something goes wrong, data exposed, user trust broken, the AI that built it doesn't answer for that. You do. The tool created, but the responsibility didn't transfer. And that's the part the hype narrative skips entirely. The developers actually working inside these tools are not saying it's easier. They're saying babysitting AI agents is a full-time job. My own team confirmed that. Because AI follows prompts, not vision, not values, not responsibility. And here's where it connects to something much older than any of this. The shortcut mentality existed before ChatGPT. Most people who do build for cool first. But cool is not revenue. First revenue might not come until you've sat inside the discomfort long enough to build something worth sustaining. That's the process. But instant gratification culture doesn't have language for that. So instead, you want the result and AI produces it. And you copy paste, doesn't work. You prompt again, and nothing compounds because compounding requires the one thing AI cannot do for you: judgment, perspective, point of view that was earned, not generated. The people actually pulling it off aren't using AI instead of thinking. They already thought. AI just compresses the distance through execution. And that single difference determines everything. The tool is the same. The human using it is not. And if you've tried it before and it didn't work, it probably wasn't because you lacked the tool. It was because the foundation wasn't ready to hold what you were trying to build. And that's fixable, but not by the next tool that drops. By you. Because AI can sharpen your edges. It cannot be your foundation. It cannot want something badly enough to keep going when nothing is working yet. That part was always human, and it still is. Tools remain tools. Humans have proven something over and over again throughout history. We are incredibly adaptable. Every major shift, every new technology, every disruption people swore would change everything. We adapted. Not always perfect or without mistakes, but we did adapt. And I still believe the people who learn how to adapt are the ones who are most likely to help sustain what comes next. Because the technology will keep changing. The human capacity to adapt is the constant. The tools are here, and no single person is stopping that. That's just reality. But what it actually comes down to is something simple. Ethical boundaries. The choice of how this gets used. That choice belongs to a human. Which means the human was never optional. Not at the start, not now, not ever.